My name is Mary Crowley, and I'm here for the Way TV television network. We're here in Hollywood for an event that Icon Builders International is putting on, and David Fagen. There's people, as you can see all in back of me, there's celebrities and artists and business owners that are here to network with what is going on in the industry. So you want to not miss 1 second of what's going to happen on this program. Hi, I'm here with Carlton Wilborn, who's an actor and a life coach, and he's just an amazing guy. And we were talking earlier, he's done some phenomenal things. So Carlton, what has brought you to this Icon event tonight?
I am here because I just partnered up with David Fagen about 3.5 months ago, and this is the second event that he's launched since I've been with the firm. And you know, it's so interesting. There's another female here, Kathleen Solomon, that made the connection for David and I, and she's really just been an amazing muse for me. She's been really watching the track of my life as an entertainer. I've got a couple film projects that are happening right now, and so she knew once David got onto LCO and purchasing that we might be a really good fit. And so here I am, and I'm meeting some really amazing people, and the timing of it's really great because my feature film that's out right now called The Border, we just got sold over in Spain, Africa, New Zealand, Australia. We're about to do 2 screenings here in Los Angeles at the Pan-African Film Festival, February 10th and February 15th. So David and I mean, he knows I'm a Gemini, 100%, and there's so many different lanes that we can activate and bring some attention to, and so that's why I'm here tonight.
Well, now, what kind of programs have you been on in the past so that people might recognize you? What programs have you done?
Just finished an episode of NCIS with Mark Harmon. Did that about 2 weeks ago. Last year, I got nominated for a GLAAD Award for an episode of The Mentalist that I did. You know, I've done the gamut of 1 hours since the late 80s to current day. And I've got now my hand in features, and I'm also producing a feature film right now, which is really great. I just got worldwide distribution from Marvista Entertainment, and making some alliances with the Chinese market as well. So, you know, I've got my tentacles, and they're spreading far and fast.
Great, and you know, I was really excited to hear what you're doing with your life coaching.
Yes.
Talk about the life coaching, because I think everybody needs a coach, especially in the entertainment industry.
Especially there. No, I'm glad that you brought some attention to that, because that is my most precious baby right now. I launched my initial life coaching curriculum in workbook format a year ago. 8 principles, God-based, highly interactive, but what I'm doing right now is rebranding it and merging the tacticals from my workbook into strategized movement exercises. And so I literally just got through documenting the entire curriculum, and I'm in the process of lining up a tour that'll happen in North America as well as overseas. So I've got 3 stops in Canada already lined up: Amsterdam, Israel, Slovenia, France, and I just closed a deal to do a transformational retreat on the island of Kauai the 3rd week of May. So that's going to be, it's a very powerful, cutting-edge structure of accessing story and dormant components that are keeping people out of their power, so they can localize it, ignite themselves with freedom, courage, and healing, and call it a day.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, you know, we were talking over there, and you said that you were a believer, that you're a Christian.
Yes, I am.
Now, being in the industry, because I have met a lot of Christians, and the Way TV network is a Christian network, but it gets into 160 million homes around the world.
God. Hashtag God.
What would you say, being a Christian in this industry, is it difficult?
You know, I do not find it difficult. I mean, what's amazing about the industry today, you know, I've been here for 25 years, full steam in it the whole time.
Since you were 5 years old?
Yes, thank you very much, exactly. And, you know, everybody has sort of upped their game in regards to finding more purpose to what they're doing and why they're doing it. what's exciting, I say, is that there are more people being transparent about what keeps their life rich. And, you know, less people are trying to wear a facade, meaning like that they created it and the industry is what made them. That really feels like 1985 to me. You know, folks are really, really embracing and celebrating and helping other people in the industry celebrate the truth of what makes them be mighty, and that is that higher force that I call God.
Yes. Now let me, you know, Philip Seymour Hoffman just died on Super Bowl, and it was a ripple wave through the acting industry. You know, the being, you know, found with a needle in his arm, dying of a heroin overdose. Did that have a big effect? And what would you say? Because I always say God said He's the Most High. You go to the Most High, you know, people are trying to fill their lives with all these other substances. So, being a life coach, what would you say to them when watching that maybe is having issues with this kind of situation?
Myself, even having had a curious journey that took me down some dark lanes for a long time, that the saving grace is communication. You know, for any person that's had any degree of addiction, of which I'm in program for my own, the common denominator is privacy and secrecy. And that's what really keeps most of us riddled with pain and trauma, is we try to believe that we can manage it and keep it on our own. And in that encapsulated cocoon is the breeding ground for the insanity. So the more that we can talk about how we're plagued, what we're trying to get through, reach out to another brother, another sister, be real about where you are and what your complications are and what your fears are and what your insecurities are, that's the biggest conversation that I could offer someone. And second to that, you know, it's interesting, I was talking to a young performer that had arrived in LA, and I found myself giving some advice, I don't know why, but my conversation was, be really clear on why it is you do what you do. Because in this industry, especially once you get in the 6 degrees of separation from the real blossom careers and names, and there's a lot of stuff that's very intoxicating. And what I found for myself really is, you don't want to wake up 10 years in the game not quite sure how you got in that cavern of insanity, because you were so mesmerized by the candy, is what I call it. There's a lot of ear candy, there's a lot of eye candy. And if you don't have your solid ground why as to what moves you to connect with people, to connect with projects, that's a slippery slope into what ultimately took down Philip Seymour Hoffman. So that's my belief.
Yes, I think if we can stay centered and grounded on the solid rock, you know, our feet planted and coming into the light to express truth, you know, this is great. Well, listen, thank you so much. Any closing statement you want to say?
I think that the world is exciting, and as long as we all commit to being real and helping each other get from one stage to the next, the better off we'll be and the happier God will be. So,
well said.
So nice to talk to you. Thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
The Way TV charity had such a great time doing interviews at the Icon Media Builders event in downtown Los Angeles at the art gallery of Trina McGee and her husband, Marcello Thedford. There were so many great people that are interviewed, and I hope you enjoyed the clips, because truly they are becoming icons in their field.